Welcome to my late night spirit chat. Let's see who is in the house. Thank you so much for joining me so late. Here we go. Here we go. Can you hear me? Okay, I'm going to read the messages right here on my computer. That's why I'm looking down, okay? Let me see. Okay, Lee Jones, Mercedes Sanchez. You are ready, Lee. Heaven and earth. Oh, Alaria. Hi, how are you doing, love? Mwah. Thank you so much for being here. Brooke, Rowan. Oh, yes. We've got 11 people in the house. 18 people. It's going up. I was wondering if anyone would come since it's so late. Where are you guys all from? What time is it where you are? The Conscious Evolution. Hello, love to all. Farida, Fasya. Hello. Beautiful name. Ask Mum. Conscious Couch. You're consciously sitting on the couch, right? Meditating always, of course. Australia, Alaska, South Africa, wow. Blanchard, Idaho, Ohio, Boise, Idaho, Australia, North Carolina. What time is it in Australia? I think it's early, right? It's early. So it's interesting who we get at what time. It's a tough job, says Conscious Couch. Yeah, and this will be my introduction. Okay, my introduction is this, guys. This is a big part of what I'm talking about. My introduction is this. When I'm working the hardest work that I do looks like this. I will demonstrate. This is me working really hard. Okay, that's me working hard. And it's hard to get to that place. Okay? And that demonstration is a demonstration of what I'm going to talk to you about today. It's a demonstration of being conscious, taking time to get everything out of the way. The thoughts, the chaos, the drama, what's going on in the world, TV, news, your own thoughts, busyness. Put them aside and carve out the time to come to a place of absolute neutrality and stillness. Tune in, meditate, talk to your spirit, talk to your soul. Okay, so the more time I have doing this, the better my work is and the better quality my content is for you. And I haven't had enough time to do this at all. Okay, so what do you think about that? Your financial success does not depend on how hard you work. Oh no, absolutely. You like my style. Kathleen, so nice to see you. Oh, so many people here that I know. Can you get paid for working like that? Yes, yes, I'm doing it right now in this very moment. To do that, you can get paid. And your life will be better and you will get better jobs and make better choices and get paid better if you do more of this. Right? Malaysia, 1:23 p.m. afternoon. Wow, here I'm in Western Canada, West Coast. It is 9:20 p.m. or 9:30 p.m., right? In the evening. California, ooh, we've got 62 people in the house. Thank you so much. Witty Mystic from California. You stumbled on this, what a treat. Thank you. Just dumped into 5D and I came up. You were nasty low 3D most of the day. Okay. I hear you. I hear you. How do you feel like we are here and then we go up and we'll vroom, vroom, vroom. We're doing this the whole time, right? 5D, 3D, 5D, 3D, like being pulled and jumping and pulled and jumping, right? Okay, you California also. Thank you so much. Hi, Deborah. Thank you so much. So, point number one, it's basically what we've been talking about. The message that I got from Spirit, and I've been getting this for the last week, and I actually made 2 recorded videos about it, and they didn't work. Nicole, thank you so much. Oh, donations coming in. That's so exciting. Thank you, thank you. So you see, sitting here like this, you do get paid. That's so funny, guys. You guys are amazing. Oh, Phil is also going live. Oh, wow. That's synchronicity. I love Phil so much. When he goes live, I'm there. I'm there. Wow. So yeah, I know probably half the people will be there at Phil's right now. Wow. Okay. So, okay. The The message that I got so strongly in the last 1 to 2 weeks, and I made 2 videos about this, and both of them I scrapped. I uploaded them, but I did not publish them because I was called to come live to tell you this. And this is something you guys already know, but it's more urgent. Right now, my guides have been telling me, showing me every single day. It is not an option. It is not an option to not use your intuition anymore this year, all right? 2021, it's not an option to be guided by your ego. It's not an option to play the victim. It's not an option to kind of be in a frantic state, to be going along and making choices out of fear, out of hecticness, or out of just being frantic or not knowing what to do, so you just make any old choice. It's not an option anymore to do that, my friends. It's not. You have to, in order to survive the next few years and survive them well, you have to start to really get in tune with your spirit. Thank you, Rachel, I see you. You have to. It's not an option. That's what they kept saying this. It's not an option. It's not an option, Natasha. It's not an option. Don't just go around making choices, running around, following this and that and the news and politics. I mean, come on, politics. Most of you are in the United States or no matter where you are, right? So it's not an option, all right? So the message that I got for all of you is to really take time. Make time, carve out time, put importance and emphasis on your spiritual mastery, right? Starseed, thank you, I love you. You guys are awesome, beautiful. I see you, 1,000-fold back to you. So this is not an option anymore. This is not a luxury anymore. This is not, okay, let me just meditate once in a while. No. My message to you is you have to truly start getting serious about your spirit, your intuition, your psychic guidance. And we all have this. You are starseeds. You're divine, eternal beings. You can do this. But you have to do the work. So the question I've been getting from all my private clients, from a lot of people, why are my guides not talking to me? Why am I not getting divine guidance? Why can't I hear spirit? Why don't I feel intuitive? And my answer to you, my beautiful starseed family, is because you have not been doing the work. You have not been establishing a practice. All right? You don't just wake up one day and suddenly, you have spirit guides full on in front of you who talk to you and with booming voices and tell you what to do. It doesn't work like that. It takes a lot of work. It takes practice. Like an Olympic athlete, right? You don't wake up one day and say, oh, I want to be an Olympic athlete. Let me think about it. Yeah, I'll go and run on the track and then go to the 100-meter race. No, thank you, Mr. Floyd. Thank you. It doesn't work like that in the Olympics, and it doesn't work like that with spiritual mastery. It's a muscle. Intuition is a muscle you must train. Like this, right? It's a muscle you must train in any which way. Do you guys agree? Because it's not an option anymore. Look what's going on out there. Look how we're being thrown around. Look, the message I got with examples in my life, in my friend's life. There is a lot of deceit. There is lies. There are scammers. There is information coming from all sides. And on this channel, I was in the thick of it the whole last year, the whole political situation, everything from far left, right, up, down, conspiracy theories, a lot of information. And the polarity coming with that, where you think you have to follow this person and believe something and then believe something else. No. The message is you have to come back to yourself. Practice standing in neutrality. And you can only stand in neutrality if you have a spiritual practice. You can only stand in neutrality if you know how to observe yourself. So the first thing you can try is just finding a point of stillness every single day, like I did here. This is what I did this morning. I didn't have a lot of time. I sat down 10 minutes before I did anything. Just, first of all, finding a point of stillness and calm and complete neutrality, just emptying my mind. And then stretching out like this. Meditation doesn't mean you have to sit and do nothing and think nothing for 10 hours, like the Buddhist monks. Of course, it would be good, but you don't have to do that. Just a few minutes. And the way I usually meditate is I open my whole spirit and soul, my feelers, my intuition, and I look up. I look up. And I search for that stream. I search for that stream, that heavenly stream, that Christ consciousness stream. I'm going to make a whole video about that. Thank you so much, Susan. I look for that stream. You know that Christ consciousness is a stream. I see it like almost like a stream of light and energy that is flowing above us. And when we tap into that, then we're in the flow and we tap into a state of awareness and love and purity. Has anyone experienced that? Have you? So that's what I do. I tap into as high as possible. I don't always manage to tap into the full stream of Christ consciousness, obviously. That high, beautiful 5D, although Christ consciousness can be in all dimensions. Doesn't have to be as high as that, but just searching for the light and just allowing your spiritual team, your higher self, God, the angels, Jesus, Babaji, whoever for you is up there, allowing them to stream in, allowing them space in your day to help you make choices. Does that make sense? You don't have to be experienced, you don't have to be super practiced, you don't have to be a meditator. Anybody can do this. Just find a space of calmness and then search for your soul essence, like, just finding that point, that inner point, going more and more within, and then going up and allowing your higher self, your soul, spirit, everything that is good from the light to filter through. And when I do that, I've practiced this a little bit. I'm in touch with my spirit guides. I always get a message. I get a feeling. I get something that I need to know. And everybody, every single one of you has that capacity. So it's not an option to not do that. It's not an option to just go along with everything and just go crazy, because you will be in that whirlwind that I always talk about. It's not an option anymore, guys. We have a lot of important choices to make moving forward. Life is not as simple as it used to be, because now we have been awakened. We see what's going on. Wow. There is a fight between light and dark. There is a lot going on out there, but you have to find your center. You have to find your light, your heavenly stream, your multidimensional beingness, and then you can step out of it. Then you can discern. Then you can be neutral. Then you don't have to buy into anything. You don't even have to make up your mind or say what you believe. You don't. You just have to know what is right for you in this moment in time. What is right for you? What choice do you need to make now? What do you need to do right now? What is right? What feels right? What is spirit telling you? Not what your ego is telling you, not what the fear is telling you, not what the news is telling you. What is your spirit telling you to do right now, in this moment? And you have to practice that, because this will be tested. I always say that the last years prepared us for the now, and they did. So now, in this situation that you're in, what situation are you in, guys? Are you doing good? Are you doing bad? Are you up? Are you down? Well, what's your situation? Good, bad? What is it? Whatever situation you are in, you can look at that situation and say, all right, this situation in my life has presented itself to me because of what I have been living, thinking, doing, manifesting in the last few years. And if it's a bad situation, be happy. Look at it and ask yourself, how can I take responsibility for this? Why is this presenting itself to me? What did I do, consciously or unconsciously, to come into this situation? What did I do? What can I learn? Is this making sense, guys? Is this making sense? Super antisocial here. Thank you. Love you guys too. You guys are awesome. Oh, one of your best years, Mercedes. See, you've done the work to prepare yourself for this. And it's never too late. Listen, it's not too late to prepare yourself for what's to come. We have to make choices about how we move in society, where we say yes, where we say no, where we say, okay, I'm going to wear a mask and it's okay. Or where we say, they're asking me to take the jab. Should I or shouldn't I? You have to be tuned in. You have to be so tuned in and led by your inner guidance, by spirit. And it's not difficult. It really is not hard, right? The angels are not going to come down and tell you, well, maybe they are, but mostly they're not. So spiritual guidance. I'm going to tell you one thing, guys. Spiritual guidance, if you think, my guides are not speaking to me, I can't hear anything. What you feel when you tune in and just do what I said in the beginning, find a space of neutrality, no expectations, no competition, no opinion, no duality. When you come to that space, you have to make a choice, and it doesn't take that long. It just takes, you just have to empty your mind and ask your heart this question. Is this good or is this bad? What do I really feel? What is good for me right now? What should I do? And then you will know. You will know. Your feeling will tell you. Your intuition will tell you. And it's so important because this year and next year, you know, it's going to be a little more chaotic out there. There are certain places, areas, like we are living in hundreds of worlds. Did I say that in my last video? We're not living in one world, we are living in hundreds of worlds. Our worlds are so far apart from each other. A person living there in that situation, you living here in this situation, is completely different. And if you're in a world that is not a good space for you, let's say a city, a job, a situation, a country, if that world is not good for you and your intuition is telling you, move, you need to go, you need to go, you need to go. Like it'll tell you, you won't feel good in your job, you'll feel pressure, you'll feel it's time to move, or in that place, in that apartment, whatever that is. And that is your intuition, your spirit guides telling you, change, move, this is not safe. Move to a world that is safe. And if it could be just changing a job or moving into the next town, or that can be a completely different world for you, where the outcome for you will be perfect and divine. Because each of you, like we don't only have a divine plan for Mother Gaia. Each and every single one of you beautiful starseeds has a divine plan in place. And you have to trust the divine plan, right? Trust the divine plan. You don't have to go under. You don't have to succumb to the political chaos, to the economic chaos, to the health chaos. You don't have to succumb to that. You have a divine plan for you. And in order to find and follow that divine plan, you need to do this work. You need to start striving to do your work every day, to connect with spirit, to connect to your soul, right? And then, like I said, and I've been doing this lately very much, every time something pops up that I don't like, a situation that's not working, some kind of half scam, some kind of drama that comes and that affects me in a physical way a little bit, I'm like, oh, whoa, wait a minute. Why is this showing up for me? And I start tuning in, I start analyzing, I start asking, why? Why is this showing up for me? Okay, I was not aligned the way I treated that person. I was not aligned in this choice that I made. I have remnants of old, a little bit of some strings and threads of old ties to a person that are still pulling on me and I'm reacting. Why? And the bigger it is, whatever comes up, the larger the mistake or misalignment that I made that I can correct now. And I correct it and that thing goes away, all right? Let me see what you guys are saying. What's lithium ball attached or produced by a gifted kid? I don't know. I don't know about the lithium balls. Sorry. Thank you guys. You guys are amazing. You quit your current job, Farida. Very good. You keep thinking how you're going to survive with all the commitments. You know, taking that step is really brave. If you're not in alignment and you take that step, it's important to truly, every day, ask your spirit guide team, help me. I'm going to step into my highest timeline. I'm on my way to my highest timeline. Open doors. And you have to be proactive. And that's actually the third part that I actually wanted to talk about. Thank you for reminding me, Farida. The third part is that in the spiritual community, being proactive is not emphasized enough. You can't manifest by sitting on the couch, right? You can't. I always say that. A lot of people say, yes, you know, you don't have to do anything. Just no. The thing is this. Part of it is not doing anything, meditating, thinking, being inspired. But are you living in 5D? That's a question, guys. Are you living 100% in 5D? I think not. I'm still in 3D. And 5D, we're in all dimensions. And if we were a fifth or sixth dimensional being, we could manifest with pure thought. But since we are multidimensional, still standing in 3D, on all that inspiration that we get, we have to take inspired action. That's why step 1, the tuning in to spirit, letting spirit guide you. Step 2, taking massive, consistent, inspired action. Inspired action, right? Not panicky action or chaotic action. And I'm a big action taker. Of course, you know, the Pleiadian thing is do it. Let's go, let's move. The Pleiadians don't sit around. A lot of other starseeds don't either, obviously, but it's a typical Pleiadian thing to just jump in. Boom. So I've said this many times before. Tuning in, listening to spirit, and then acting massively on it. And as you are doing your spiritual practice, that is also taking action, and you will be rewarded. If you do a regular spiritual practice, you will be rewarded by more obvious intuitive downloads, by more obvious downloads from your guides, by your guides appearing to you in your meditations. You are rewarded for that, right? Yes, use your guides, says Mr. Floyd. You feel called to plant a garden. Ground yourself through Mother Gaia. Absolutely do that, Rowan. Your daughter bought you starseed cards, Kirsty. Oh, that's so cool. You need your couch days. Oh, yeah. Oh, I do too. But use those couch days not only for sleeping and snoozing, but for meditation, introspection. Right? Breathing, tuning in, getting on the right track, and then taking action on it, right? If you have to do both steps, right? Or 3 steps, right? Taking responsibility, course correcting if necessary, tuning into spirit and taking the inspired action. That's how you manifest stuff. It's pretty easy actually, right? Let's see what you guys are saying. All right. Now, that basically was what I wanted to tell you, and I wanted to open this to a Q&A now. But first of all, I want to announce something very, very exciting. I've been talking about these starseed journeys, and I've actually launched my star journeys. I've launched them. So starting this Saturday, I'm going to offer workshops that are star journeys. So you guys can participate, not one-on-one, these are group journeys. You know, I've only done one-on-one sessions so far. So this Saturday, I will host my very first star journey into the cosmos, to your starseed origin, so you can jump into your starseed body of your best incarnation up there, all right? So if you guys are interested in that, I'm pretty excited about it. I actually have it linked below this video. And it does cost something, but it's a sliding scale so everybody can afford it. I wanted to make something affordable for everybody, right? So you guys, that absolutely those types of things, the guided journeys, guided meditations, are something that will bring you closer to spirit, are something that will help you tune in. In these guided journeys, I'm going to do activations. I'm going to activate your third eye. I'm going to give you starseed transmissions, DNA starseed transmissions. I'm going to pack so much into every webinar. They're going to be like webinars or like workshops, and I'm going to do them every 2 weeks or every month, however you like. So guys, if you have wanted to work with me intensely, do it, all right? The link is below. So I had to tell you guys that as well. I almost forgot. But doing that type of work is a commitment to spirit, which you need. We don't have an option, like I said, all right? So take a look at that, guys. And this Saturday live at 11 a.m. Pacific Western, it will be. If you can't make it, you will have access afterwards to it, all right? So, February. Oh, it says January. We are in February, aren't we? Oh my God, I'm out of space and time, guys. It's this month. It's this month. Did I write it wrong? It's this Saturday, right? This Saturday. Take your name, take your name. You guys have to click on the link and you can book it. I've set up the whole thing. I've set up a page where there's a video about it where you can book that. So you guys have to do it. Go below the video, click on the link, you'll be taken there. Very easy, all right? So you guys have to do it. Okay, so my beautiful star seeds, do you have questions? How long have we been going? 26 minutes. Questions? You'd love to work with me. It's the opportunity. I'm going to do it the rest of the year. We're going to work with the dragons of Maldek. We're going to call them in. We're going to do healing journeys with the Pleiadians. My spirit guides are standing in line to work with you in these workshops to give you transmissions. It's unbelievable. Lola the cosmic whale, Lola my whale, she already said, I'm going to do a journey with them. Just bring them in and I will take them to Atlantis, to Lemuria. I will take them to the moon. I will take them anywhere you want. That's what Lola the cosmic whale said, right? Ritisha, I don't have to take your name. You got to click the link, right? You got to do that. All right, so any questions? Good morning, Ursula. Any questions right now that you want me to answer? You will be there with bells on. Yes! The Sirius planets, clarify them. Okay. The exact planets in a planetary system, I don't know the names of them. I know there's Sirius A and Sirius B, but I feel that there is many more planets. All the major star systems, or a lot of them, have many planets. The Pleiades, I feel the Pleiades they have more than 20 planets with highly conscious Pleiadian beings on them, for example. Sirius has several planets. And when I jump in my visions, I don't know exactly what they're called or which ones they are. I know they're in the Sirius star system. And on Sirius, let me tell you, I've seen that one main planet that I talked about in my Sirius video where the human type people are. But I know there's another planet also with human type people. But I've seen a planet in the Sirius star system with lion beings. I've seen a planet with mainly water where whales and mermaids are. There is a planet that has been refurbished, I feel. Mintaka in the belt of Orion, that is almost pure water. It's 95% water with mermaids, whales, and dolphins as well, all right? So I hope that answers your questions a little bit. Oh, you had intimate magical experience with a unicorn guide, yes. Oh, the unicorn, my goodness. She is in the line of people who want to work with you, who want to do journeys. And I mean, it's going to be really amazing. Help to center yourself, advice. It depends what calms you down, right? Centering yourself when you're a little bit ungrounded or unstable, everyone does it in a different way. Obviously, meditation is number one for everything, meditation. And that's why I'm saying you have to start into that practice and get used to it. Because for me, I can center myself with one single breath. But I'm a clinical hypnotherapist. I know about hypnosis and meditation. So breath work, meditation is a good way to center yourself. Also, taking a walk with bare feet in nature. Also, taking a walk in the woods. And also eating something. Eating something centers, grounds, and balances you. Eating, drinking something nice, grounding. Root vegetable stews. That is very centering and very grounding, right? My videos are very good. Yay, thank you. Are there any galactic races whose face is white with no eyes or nose? I haven't seen them, but I'm sure there's anything under the suns that you can imagine, right? How do you know if you have a twin flame journey ahead of you? I don't know, because I don't specialize in the twin flame themes. So I really can't answer that for you, right? Okay, you need to learn to breathe again. Breath work is really important, you guys, absolutely. Mintaka resonated with you, remedy readings, yes, yeah. Mintaka is just such a beautiful place. It's the planet of light. I call it the planet of light, and Hadar Beta Centauri, the beacon of love in the universe, right? Seeing the number 3 for the last few years. Wow. The thing with numbers is I feel it means something different for each person, right? I feel the number 3 is a number of balance and harmony. It's the Trinity, the Holy Trinity as well. So it depends on your belief system, and it depends on what it means for you. So it's a little difficult interpreting that for someone else, right? I always see double digits, triple digits, 4 digits, always, always, always. And for me, it mainly means for me that I should pay attention. First of all, pay attention in that moment to what's happening around you, because it is a message from spirit and my guides and my angels. And sometimes it comes as a confirmation of, yes, this is right. Go ahead, do it. Like when I'm trying to make a choice, what do I do? Should I go live? Should I do this? Should I do that? Then I see 1111. It's like, yeah, do it. So whatever you've been thinking in that moment, when you see the double digits or 4 digits, it's usually a yes or a, pay attention. Like when I'm driving and the double digits come on, I'm like, okay, pay attention, wake up, like don't start drifting. And also when birds fly in front of the car, they fly to shake me up a little bit, to pay more attention. All right, let's see. You would love to learn your starseed origin. The dragons, oh, could I do smoking cessation hypnosis? I've done that. Oh, I used to do that when I had my hypnosis studio in town. Maybe I can put that on a list on the way back. But right now, I want to travel through the stars, my friends. I want to travel with the dragons, with the unicorns, with the mermaids. I want to go into the healing waters of the Pleiades and be healed by the sounds of the whales with you guys. That's what I want to do. I want to go on magical journeys that nobody else does. Smoking cessation can be part of a healing journey of addictions. We can do that, addictions. But it's going to be wild, guys. These journeys are going to be super wild. They're going to be like mind-blowing, I tell you. Nothing ordinary. We want to be extraordinary here. All right. You've smoked that long. It's possible. It's absolutely possible. You believe the numbers help you reprogram the mainstream matrix manipulation coding. Ooh. Z Bell, are you Arcturian? Whoa, it sounds like it. All right. Oh, thank you, Sarah. I appreciate it so much. Thank you, Party and Prosperity. Dragons are protectors of the innocent, right? Like Game of Thrones. Oh, you know what? It's really interesting. The dragons came to me, and I had not watched Game of Thrones. Can you believe it? Like, I don't have time to watch TV series or anything like that. So when the dragons came to me, and when I saw myself riding the dragons, working with the dragons, and I was looking up dragons, and the Game of Thrones kept coming up, and I saw some scenes from the Game of Thrones. I'm like, wow, that's right. That's what it is, the dragons. So the dragons, there's different kinds of dragons, but the dragons are super powerful. The dragons are the most powerful incarnated beings that exist, I feel. Dragons are very powerful. And the dragons, they work in different ways. I feel that it depends who you are, what your mission and purpose is, and what you're intending to do. So the dragons can work for protection. Yes, absolutely. They're very protective. They're also very fierce. They're fighters. They can hunt down negative beings. They can be around you, so no negative being or soul or energy can come in. They can cleanse your body with their breath. They can, with their breath, go through your whole body and regulate the DNA of your body. So I'm going to use the dragons in one of the journeys for healing, especially regarding the jabs, right? Healing the side effects of that, in case someone does that, or any kinds of vaccinations. You guys, there's so many things that the dragons can do. They are super powerful. I love them. I love them. Dragons has been very abused. Well, it's because in a universe far away, in a parallel dimension, where the original dragons came from, on that original dragon planet already, one dragon became very powerful and wanted all the power for himself. There's a story to that I will tell in another video. My sister, who is a dragon master, she channeled this. And already in that universe far away, that one dragon wanted everything, and he stole an egg that he wasn't supposed to steal. And slowly he started becoming negative, and people and other dragons started following him. And that was the beginning of the negative draconian soul group. The positive, beautiful, powerful, loving dragons, from them, they fell. And the draconians were born, that's why. So there's two polarities. Dragons are polarized very much in the soul world, right? Does that make sense? Ooh, you got a tattoo of a dragon and regretted almost all your life until recently when you met yours. Thank you, Maki. Woo, #1 fan. Thank you. Let me see what you're saying there. Yeah. Oh, good for you. Good for you. The dragons are dragons a type of lizard? No. I would say lizards are a blueprint, I would say a blueprint type of the dragons. The dragons are the original blueprint. Lizards are just smaller models of dragons, I would say, and probably with a lower consciousness, 2D, right? How can we know if we're in a positive outcome timeline? Wow, that's a huge question. You know how you can know? You choose to be in a positive outcome timeline. That's what you got to do. You don't know, you choose, right? And that's the big trick, the big question of surviving this planet, of ascension, of everything. You choose. You say, okay, I choose to uphold my highest positive timeline. That's where I'm heading. That's what I'm looking at. No negativity allowed. Every day. That's why I said the meditation, every single day, every moment, you make the best choice for you that is aligned vibrationally with that highest, best outcome timeline. And you just say, if you're in a bad spot, you say, listen, I am now aligning. Now I'm aligning to my highest timeline, to my most positive 5D ascension timeline. I'm aligning to this now. Every choice I make is aligned to that. What do I feel? This doesn't feel good. What's my highest choice? What's the best outcome in the now that I can do? Even if it's a dire place you're in, you can always make one choice. Every single person has the ability to make just that next choice in the moment, and it's got to be aligned to the vision. And then at some point you'll be there. Not at some point, sorry. The moment. This is what I'm getting. My guides are talking to me right now. I'm getting this. The moment, the very second you start to make a better choice, you start to make the best choice, that very second you are in your highest timeline. You've turned around, you've stepped into that high stream, going towards 5D, going towards ascension. That's how it is. So in any second in your life, you can step into your highest timeline now. That's what it is. Does that make sense? Does it make sense? Okay. Okay. You have 2 dragons, Candace. If you feel you have 2 dragons, you have 2 dragons. Does anyone have a dragon? Oh, the dragons. The dragons are like, everybody loves them. I think my next journey should be with the dragons maybe, right? The one after this one. Thought of dragons as your anxiety. Ooh, that's very interesting. Thoughts on earth angels, having archangels as part of your oversoul. Okay, this is how I see it with the angels and archangels. This is how my frame of reference, which may not be the only one, that's right. God, creator, source, right? As the very central light sun. I see God, creator, source, no matter how you see God, creator, source, as the central light being of the cosmos, of existence. And from that, they separate themselves, different streams of beingness, of light, of consciousness, that form into galaxies, which are consciousnesses, that form into planets and suns, which are consciousnesses, that form into souls, specific souls at different levels, and that separately from those souls as a different category form into archangels and angels. And I feel that these beings do not incarnate. They're a separate type of being that are there only to serve. They don't incarnate. They don't collect karma. They're of the purest, highest vibration, holding space to serve, to be part of God, creator, source. They don't want to be separated from God, creator, source. They have a stream of consciousness. They're in that Christ consciousness. They're in that God consciousness. And if they would incarnate, they would be cut off, because we're kind of cut off, right? So I feel, in my frame of reference, that we are different beings than the archangels or angels. And when we talk about earth angels, for example, I see earth angels as beings that are angelic in nature. There's planets, there's galaxies that are angelic in nature. They're not like the angels. They are beings, but they're very, very angelic, very pure. They have wings as well. They're kind of like a different kind of a category, right? And when they come and incarnate, we call them earth angels, but they are not the angels and archangels that are part of, I would say, God, creator, source, or representatives, direct representatives of God, creator, source. Does that make sense? Do you guys agree? Elohim beings. I believe, well, I don't know everything, but Elohim beings, I feel they are part of the angels that are not incarnating, right? Second floor means it's strange to feel so hopeful about the future and the shift we're all in, but still feel like I'm on an invisible leash. It's hard to believe that I'm in control of my own life and have that. Oh, of course. Oh, yeah. We are on the right path, but we are still in 3D. And that leash you're feeling is your soul strongly tethered to your ego and your body, right? And that seems to be like pulling you in 2 directions sometimes. And our ego and our body and our humanness is tied with strings and energetic threads into the matrix of society. So we are tied and leashed. And sometimes it's like, I talked about that once, like a spider web in the matrix where there's energies and strings and cords. And we're all in that unless we consciously separate ourselves. And that's part of the spiritual work that I talked about, right? Does that make sense? So absolutely, I have, when I feel like these attachments and strings sometimes, I get so mad because I can't handle it. I need to be sovereign. I need to be free. Feeling free is the number one thing for me, for most of us. Ooh, Sarah said you had a vision of yourself this evening as having big blue feet. Ooh, what kind of being this would be? Oh, wow, Sarah, I bet there are so many, like blue beings are pretty common in this galaxy. So it could be anything. I really don't know, Sarah. You tune in and you ask and you study a little bit and it'll come to you. Should we cut all cords? Absolutely. Cut them all. No cord is appropriate. Ever. Remember that. No cord. Not even to the one you love most. I see it like this. We need to stand in our complete unique sovereignty, right? And the other person stands in their sovereignty, and we give unconditional love, and we can hold space for them, but not have any attachments. Strings, ties, cords. No. Doesn't mean you can't love someone. Cut him. Boom. Cut them all. Another journey, cutting cords. Yeah, okay. Release the cabal corruption coding. Yes, absolutely. My goodness. Absolutely. Yes. Cut it all off. We don't want any of that. And that's the thing. That's why in every single video I say, come back to yourself. Come back to yourself. Because as soon as you start paying attention, being triggered by, giving energy and emotions to the things out there, that's a cord. That's a cord and a tie. I mean, we've been through a lot, especially you in the United States. I'm in Canada, right? You've been through a lot of stuff last year and this year. How many of you are feel emotional? How many of you feel like these things that are affecting you from out there? You have to cut it. You have to cut it and be sovereign. Come back to yourself. That's what I have been guided already since the end of last year to do. To stop paying that much attention to the outside world. Not give too much power and thought to the cabal, to the politicians, you know, to the agendas. We know they're there. We know the agendas are there. But what are we going to do about it? Harp on them all day long and say, oh my God, we're doomed, we're doomed. Nah, it's like, okay, they're there. Do whatever you want. I'm sovereign and you can't affect me and you can't touch me because I'm in tune with my intuition. I'm just going, right? That's how we got to do it. That's why I stopped doing so many political videos, even though I still want to do the starseed origin analysis of the world leaders, to try to do it more neutrally though, right? Are there any specific starseeds that have emerald green eyes? Eye shape is quite cat's eye, like, but not cats. Dragons? There's a lot of dragons with emerald green eyes. Cat beings as well. Absolutely, dragons, cats, and birds, I would say. Annabelle, doesn't matter, you can watch it later. Pour glasses on and off, on and off. Does it annoy you guys? Okay. You cut the cord with your twin flame. Ah. Wow. You go, Natasha, says Deborah. Thank you. Optometrist. My Floyd, are you an optometrist? What's not optometrist? A person who prescribes glasses. Can you prescribe me glasses, please? I always have these cheap glasses and then they break and then I'm so annoyed at the glasses. I will start to go outside and watch birds of prey to heal my eyes so I don't need them anymore. That's how you heal your eyes, watching birds of prey in the sky. Okay. In meditation, you swear you felt a sensation of having wings. Yes. And I'm sure you did have wings. There are many different starseed beings with wings. The dragon beings, the bird beings, the Virgo starseeds, the Andromeda galaxy starseeds, they have wings. They are angelic type beings, right? So if you feel that you have wings, you have them. Or maybe you've been awarded wings because of your spiritual work. That's also possible. Elephants. the blue big feet. Blue elephants. Okay. You know you don't want to talk politics. Trump was a light worker, yes. Oh my God, the Trump thing. Oh my goodness. You truly believe he was good. Well, I'm going to say this, what I've basically said from the very beginning. I feel that Trump fulfilled his role of what he needed to do and represented for the ascension process. If you think he's good or bad, doesn't matter. He fulfilled his role. And I did call him a light worker, right? And I still believe he did fulfill his role. But what I was shown is that Biden is also fulfilling his role and what this world needs for ascension, be it good or bad. Be it good or bad. Everybody, like I trust in the divine plan. And the divine plan is in place. And I feel the light is winning. We are ascending. So whoever needs to come to fulfill the role, to show what needs to be shown, to show evil, to show good, to bring some gunk up, like Lord. You guys know Lori Ladd? Lori Ladd always says we are, what does she say? She says we are transmuting the whole collective and all the evil stuff too. So each person that is coming into power, I feel, is taking the place to wake people up in whatever way they're doing it, in a good way or in a bad way, you see? What I do truly believe, and I will say this, even though I'm kind of tired of the political discussion, what I will say is that I absolutely stand by, oh, we're getting a low battery, is I do not believe that Trump was a direct part of the cabal, and that's what I liked. Because if we have to talk about the cabal, the whole world, I've done this many times, I went into the Akashic records, the whole world system is built on the cabal. And all the systems of the world are controlled by and built upon the cabal. And even very, very good people, if they want to rise in the system, they need to be part of the system. And sometimes they're corrupted by the system, and a few times they're not. And I feel he was not part of the system, and he wasn't planned to be part of the leadership according to the cabal. But there are many other things that are playing into that right now. And I believe that every person can change from good to bad, from bad to good. Every person in a leadership role right now, I feel, if it's in the cabal system or not, I feel that everything, this is the vision that I got, everything is moving according to the divine plan. It is. And like I said, the earth, there's a big split. There's a huge split. And the people who come into power, they are there coming into power to help everybody make a choice, to open their eyes. Wow, this is terrible. This is good. This is a good part. This is a bad part. I choose not to go down. I choose to go up. So it's a little bit of a complicated thing. Does that make sense, you guys? No hating on anyone. Lori Dadden felt good about Trump's role, yeah. And obviously, I mean, the whole thing that happened with the elections, with fraud or not fraud, like, I don't believe that any political system is right. I believe that it's so easy for the cabal to control whatever they want to control. I think all the systems are just pure fraud and pure corruption, and so it is really like a swamp. But like I said, for me personally, if you're someone who wants to, who is very much into politics, I am guided to move away from those arguments because, as we know, this causes division and polarity. So coming back to your own self, coming back to your own truth, loving everybody, no matter what they say, think, believe, or do, is the most important thing. And empowering yourself and creating your own life and making everything good for you. Remember one video I said everything is good? So even if you don't like who's president now in the United States, can you still say, this is good, everything is good? Because for me, for the ascension process, this needs to happen. I believe in the divine plan, and whatever's happening out there is good for me because I make it so. Right? Does that make sense? Thank you. Because what are we going to do? I mean, I'm following a lot of people still, and a lot of people now who were very deep into conspiracy and very much like pro-Trump, for example, but really like very fanatically. Right now, it's tough. Right now, they're having a very, very tough time. And I had a lot of messages, being sent to me. We are doomed. What are we going to do? And I was like, no. It's good to analyze and see, but then in the end, not get pulled too deeply into it. According to, if you believe everything on each side, then you'll just go crazy, right? And I always have been very, very discerning about all of that. But I'm not perfect. I make mistakes too, right? Okay. We will see what will happen. Just trust in the divine plan and be open. Be open for anything and anyone to change. I change, you change. I think anything is possible. Anything is possible. And for me, the divine plan, the ascension, the divine flow, Christ consciousness is what I focus on, and that works. Does it work for you, what you're doing? If not, then change it, right? Oh, okay. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, Rose. I understand. Yes. You're getting cored from this chat. Who the hell cares anymore? He's gone. Get over it. Worry about what she's talking about. You see, as soon as you talk about politics, emotions start going a little bit, right? And it's a funny thing. Like, I was actually shocked how polarized or how many emotions come up. But that's all right too, guys. It's okay. It's all good. It's all good. You're allowed to be emotional. You're allowed to change your opinion. You're allowed to do that. If in the end you can just come back to center and take a neutral standpoint. And that's what I'm always talking about. That multidimensional beingness, the 3D, 5D, multidimensionality, for you to step out of the polarity and observe it and say, interesting, interesting. That's what I do. Okay, oh, interesting, interesting. What do I believe? Is this a good person? I think, yeah, I think that person is doing good. And then in the next moment, wow, let me take the other perspective. Maybe that person isn't as bad as I thought. Maybe they're doing good, right? So you're allowed to change perspective. You're allowed to be able to see all perspectives. And that's the interesting part. Seeing things from a higher viewpoint where you're observing. And this is coming back to what I said in the beginning, that you can step out of your own self and start observing your own self. Start observing your mind. That's why in the beginning of this video I talked about it's not an option anymore to not be intuitive. You have to be intuitive. You have to practice meditation. You have to practice neutrality, and you have to step out of the polarity. It's fun to be polarized sometimes, like rant and rave, right? I kind of like it. I like it too. It's fun to like go on a bandwagon and rant and rave, and I'm for this. Like, it gives you emotion. It's fun for a little while. Okay, all right, I give you permission to do that. But then also be neutral enough and be multidimensional enough to step out of it and say, whoa, that was fun. But okay, now I'm going to go back to neutrality and maybe look at all different perspectives. Do it all consciously. If you rant and rave and jump on a bandwagon, do it consciously, observing yourself. And it becomes fun. Life becomes fun. You can kind of experiment a little bit with crazy stuff if you're in an observational mode. I think Phil Good said that the other day too, right? When you become a spiritual seeker, when you gain a little bit of that multidimensional beingness, you can start playing around with different things and just go into the opposite side just for fun, just to be a badass a little bit, right? And I do that too sometimes. I do that too. Okay, you're a sovereign, choose not to be governed, Mr. Floyd. Very good. Super. He showed up today. Patreon account. Okay, Sarah, I'm not going to do a Patreon account because I need to be free. And if I start a Patreon account, I will have to do things all the time. So, as I was saying before, below this video, I have my first Cosmic Galactic Journey offering that I will do this Saturday. This Saturday, we're going to do a journey together. A galactic journey. We're going to go to our starseed self and we're going to jump in together. All right. So look below the video. Always look below the video. I always post everything there. So thank you for asking. So those who are interested, I want to make it affordable, guys, right? So if you want to work with me, and I know my private sessions were a little bit high in price, so these journeys that I will do are going to be lower, and there will even be a chance for scholarships for you guys who want to participate, who just don't have the funds right now. So look below the video and we will journey together. All right. So let me see. I have low battery showing. We're 1 hour in. I don't want to make this too long. I could chat with you guys. I could chat with you guys all night. And I actually went live also because I really missed you guys. I missed you guys, but I will do another live stream this week. Okay. Hello, Green Rose. Not if you get evicted in a very fraudulent way. Any suggestions? Wow. If big things, here are my glasses again, guys. Now I'm conscious of it. Ah! Mr. Optometrist, you made me conscious of taking off my glasses. That's okay. Well, for the eviction, if big negative things happen, it just means you can course correct your life in a bigger way. I mean, things happen. I know things happen, and it's not fair in this world. If you do a little bit wrong, sometimes then a huge portion of karma comes back to you. But like I said, every situation you're in, everything that is happening to you, you have to take ownership and responsibility because you did, consciously or unconsciously, instigate that situation. So first of all, take ownership. Say, okay, I've been evicted in a fraudulent way. This has been my reality. I was not aligned. There's something that I have to work on. I'm going to start to clear. I'm going to start to meditate. I'm going to start to do my spiritual work. And I'm going to make a decision now. I'm going to make the best choice now to step into my highest timeline, not get dragged around, not create cords and drama and horrible things because of what happened. Always make a better choice in the moment, looking towards your highest timeline. Where do you want to live? What's the place that you wish to live in? What the situation is? Make a picture. Create that high timeline in your mind, what you want, and then start feeling into it and start making choices that feel aligned. That's what I can tell you. Does that make sense? Denmark, 721, Lars. Well, thank you. Evictions are the worst. Absolutely. And I mean, there's always, for me, the answer is everything is karma. Everything is karma. If something bad happens to you, I tell you, it's karma. You've got to search a little bit. What is the karma? Has this happened a lot? Are you getting evicted? Is there a problem with living situations? Then most likely in a past life, something happened that you didn't clear yet, right? All right. Cannabis use. Well, I use CBD oil. CBD oil is, I feel, it's very, very good. That's just for me. So everybody has to know how they're aligned. I can only use CBD oil. I can't do any of the other stuff that, I don't know, that the stuff that makes you druggy. I can't do that. But CBD oil, I can. So I feel plant medicine is excellent, but for each person, very, very different. For some people it's good, for some people it's bad. You want to live by the ocean, visualize it. You'll get there. When you started meditating, did you listen to anything while you did it, or should it be in complete silence? Well, I always think it's good to start in silence. I have very nice Om chanting or background music I use sometimes. So very calming music with certain hertz levels, or silence, both those. And I would absolutely say do stillness meditation for a few minutes before you go into the visualization, before you go into journeying in your mind and things like that, right? The glasses motions are pleasant. Oh, thank you so much. You guys are so kind. You guys are kind. How do you clear it? Oh my goodness, that's another huge thing, the clearing process. I'm going to do some karmic clearing journeys with you guys. I have one free financial karmic clearing journey which I have in my Cosmic Academy. It's a whole workshop like the ones I'm going to offer, but it's for free. So under the video, I think I may have it linked. If not, I'll put it in there afterwards. It's really, really powerful, right? So it's a process. I can't tell you just like this how to clear it in the Akashic. Even though, my beautiful starseeds, you always are in your Akashic record. You have access to your Akashic record because it's yours. It's your book of life. And in the end, with your intention and with your power, with saying it, you clear it. That's truly how powerful you are. But we don't believe it. We don't know that we're powerful. That's why we don't do it like that. All right, let me see. How do you remember past lives? That's a process. That's a process. And this Saturday, we're going to jump into a past life. So come and join me on that journey. You manifested the kindness. Karmic clearing. You will Google it. Melinda, do my free workshop, okay? In the Cosmic Academy. Do that workshop. It takes you through everything, the explanation, how to do it. It takes you through the clearing. It's a transmission. It's kind of like a whole 90-minute, really powerful clearing there, Melinda. Or all of you, I would really recommend you do that. Look in the description. That's right. That's right. How many of you have done that abundance or money block karmic clearing? I put that together for you guys to give you a glimpse of what's possible there. Thank you, Candice. You will do it, says Brooke. Melinda says, okay. Yeah, do it. And you can sign up for the Cosmic Academy because I will start putting more free stuff in there. And then you'll be in the loop of what beautiful journeys you can do with me as well. All right. Okay, so, okay, wow. 66:33, see? 66:33 as I looked at the clock, intending to finish the live stream. So that is a yes. That is a yes. So, my beautiful star seeds. Okay. All right. So, taking the glasses off again. Thank you so much for this wonderful, wonderful conversation. I was actually really tired, but I felt so inspired. I got such a nudge from Spirit. Just turn on the camera and start talking. Do it. Do it. And I have been rewarded with the beautiful connection with you and the beautiful conversation. So I think we should stop this now. I would gather some questions because I want to do the Q&As more often to answer your questions. So gather your questions and then we'll answer them here. Thank you so much. So thank you for all those beautiful souls who donated. Thank you for those who donated beautiful comments and love and everything else. I wish you a good night. Love you all. I will see you later this week in a live and hopefully Saturday on the journey where we'll journey through the stars and where you will feel your starseed origin. I promise you it really works. It really works, guys. Thank you so much. Love you all. Have a good night. Cosmic Empress. Ciao.